I don't know if the Discord can hear me. I don't think so. So here's my character sheet. This is the chat. Here's Roll20 just in case we have a map. And this is what the DM's saying. Because it's just me that you can hear and not them. So they asked us for a perception check. So I just clicked this one, perception, and I got a 4. So that's what I told the DM. Where's that on here? There it is. So we're going to keep doing this. And I might have, I might mess up, but this is what I see over here. So I see my character sheet. Has my name on it. I'm a barbarian level 3. My background's a minor. I am lawful good. I decided dwarven half-orc. It was a homebrew that my DM let me do. And then these are all the things that I can do. So I'll show you more as we go. But I'm gonna mute myself on here and then talk in the other one so that way you can see everything. Kirazar, or Kira for short, is clearly of dwarven heritage, but just a little bit taller than a dwarf should be, a little bit of stubble, dark skin, but Alec, is it light outside? Okay, so in this direct sunlight, you can see just a little tint of green, um, and eventually, when she smiles, you might just see a little bit of tusk sticking out. She's a quarter orc, and clearly doesn't feel like she should be exiled, doesn't feel like it's fair, and is crying for losing her family. Oh, my moms are at home. The rogue was just asked to do a perception check, so she's going to click this button. Or investigation, I can't remember which one they said, but investigation would be like looking for something specific, and then perception would be like just checking in general. So it might show up over here. Um, Sorry, there's so many mice on the page. There we go. It'll show up over here. So she just investigated. It's locked in to roll advantage or roll twice. So usually we would just take this one, the left one. Now, notice that it was like this. Well, over here, there we go. Over here, you would click normal. If it doesn't have these options on here, it's underneath here. I'll show you, I think, if I can. So we'll open this up, and you see how it says advantage toggle, whisper toggle. It's normally set to this, and we want to change it to advantage toggle. And then if it's like this, we would do that. So that pops up these. Yep. Okay. So what the DM just said was that they're just going to take the left one, which is what I always do too, because the DM side always has both. So it'll just say, we'll just take the 16, or is it? We'll just take the 16. And so she was checking the handcuffs we're in, and it's a 16, so that's pretty good. So she could break them open or pick them if they have a lock pick on them, but we'll just see what happens. So I'm going to go back to the main screen now and go back to the game. So I'm just going to go back to core, which is where all my stuff is. And then we'll get back to, I'm going to pause it again and mute myself, and then I'll get us back when there's cool things happening. The DM just asked, the DM just asked for a dexterity saving throw for not getting kicked out of the wagon. And Rob did a natural 20, that's why it's green. And so it's a natural 20, and he flipped over and landed on his feet just fine. On his feet, sorry. So did not get kicked out of the wagon. Okay. Alec. Our DM just revealed this map, and I wanted to show you that a dexterity saving throw is this one. That would be a dexterity saving throw. All right, perception check is right. Yeah. Good thing I have such low perception. 8. I'm doing great. Yep. I have superior dark vision because I have my half orc racial feat. Okay, great. Let's try that again. With advantage. I'll just roll it again. Oh, worse. Boo. Oh yeah, I'm bleary-eyed. I could have put this on advantage and done that the same, but because I wasn't told I could have advantage until after I rolled it, I just rolled another one, and it took the higher of the two. The higher one happened to be the 8, but it's fine. So there's something coming out of the woods with a with an arrow and stuff, and we've been trying to look at our perceptions. Now we're going to roll initiative. So what I have to do is I have to click my person, and then I go over to my character sheet, and then I click initiative, which is right here. Okay. Now, if the tracker was up, which it's not on here, it's a button over here that the GM has. These would be stacked on there, and they can do that there. My GM just said that they want to do it on their own, which is totally fine. But you do want to click your person first on here. That way it shows up well on the other thing. So we'll see what battle looks like. So two of the players just asked what their dexterity was. They have the same initiative, and so one way to do it is that the dexterity. Here's my, I don't know where my mouse is. Their dexterity was higher, so even though they had the same overall roll of a 9 or whatever it was, the one with the higher dexterity goes first. And that's up to the DM to figure out too. So sometimes I just say, hey, you both are on the same turn. Other times they just say, other times they will have like this thing, this send, but they're confused, but it's fine. So we're going to go into battle right now. They're moving their pieces. I'm at the bottom of the initiative order, so I'm just going to talk for a little bit while this is happening. People are moving their own characters on Roll20. They can do that, so they just picked it up and dragged it. I'm not going to do that right now because it's not my turn. On your turn, you can go this speed over here. Whatever your speed says, I can go 25 feet, which is totally fine, not a big deal. And then one of the characters is making a torch, which the DM can put in Roll20 as like a circle. Weird. Sorry, the arrow came from the trees, which is not weird at all. He's taunting them, which might be an intimidation check. So that character who said, come fight me, that you can't hear. It's just in my ears, but I'm talking to you through here because they didn't say it was okay to be recorded. So Vanessa just rolled a 9 and was not very intimidating to the people in the woods. So that's pretty cool. There's background noise too. I love it. Oh, and then he just told us that they're shooting from the trees, so I kind of have a good idea now. When it's my turn, I can go into the trees and take it out. And then this is a monk, so they're going to use a key point, which means that they can duck out of the way. So that's the light that Vanessa had on there. And so Vanessa put it on their Vanessa had it on their character sheet that there's an aura of that size, but we can't. Only they could see it. So the DM had to go to the next screen and say "see all," so that way we can see it too. And then there's a shadow figure behind one of the trees that are pretty close. So that's useful. There's goblins, you guys. I don't know who's watching, y'all. Oh, and then he just let us know. Do you point out where or just say it out loud? Okay. So at least I can see it when I go. So now the goblin's shown up on the Roll20 map, which means that we know where we're going. Yes! Yes, skip to me, skip to me. She just or they just accidentally said my name. I'm dead naming a lot, Alec. I'm so or dead. I'm. It's fine. I'm sorry. Not fine. I wish I could erase that part. Okay, so somebody else is going now. They're going to move a little bit closer. They're counting on here, which means that they're actually moving their person, but they're not going to show up as moved until they actually like let go of their mouse. There's also this cool tool on Roll20 on the side that lets you see. Let me see. So this one over here actually lets you see how far away something is, which I think is pretty cool. And then see that. So what they did was they clicked, I don't know where the things are. They clicked over here on like the name of the thing, and when you click on it in your character sheet, it just pops up with what if it hits or not, and the DM will tell you if a 21 hits. And then after that, you have to click over here on the word of the weapon, and that's what'll tell you the that's what'll tell you if it or how many damage it did. And then the goblin yelped, which meant that he's hurt a lot, but is still standing, which is pretty cool. He's probably bloodied by now. Oh, and they're also trying to intimidate or persuade. So they're like, reconsider, please. And then they're going to do a persuasion check, which is on the character sheet, right at the bottom of my character sheet. I don't know where my mice are. There we go. So we're going to hit that one. I would have a -1, so I probably wouldn't do that. But Soren is going to do that right on here. Sorry, right on here. And then there's some feedback and stuff. I don't know. There's a miscommunication happening right now. So it's going to pop up in a second. And then you'll see that somebody else is typing in their rolls. That's because they're doing it at home. And sometimes DMs don't like that, and sometimes they're fine with it. So check with your DM before you use your click-clack math rocks. So they got a... Oh, sorry, the DM's going to say, hey, will you please roll persuasion? And then, by the way, GM is the same thing as a DM, but a GM is specifically a game master, which is for any game, and DM's for Dungeons & Dragons. It's the dungeon master. We'll see what the DM does when Soren doesn't reply. Yep. They came back. We're good. Persuasion roll came through. 18 is good. So the goblin might run, but it's going to be on their turn. So we have to wait for a little bit to see. Oh, no, they're next. Also, they said goblins, so there's many of them. We'll see. I can't spell right now. And because they disengaged, the goblin did, the player can't take a swing at him. Soren can't. Soren's right there. And normally if something runs away when that happens, they can swing at them, but because of the disengage action, they they ran. All my mice are so confusing. They were talking about armor right now. And whether or not they didn't have time to put it on because we got booted out of a wagon. And then, it takes 1 minute to don light armor, 5 minutes to don medium armor, and 10 minutes to don heavy armor. I didn't know any of that, so I just learned something new too. Oh. And then the DM was going to subtract that armor from the AC of the player, but it's totally fine now. And they're talking to themselves about whether or not, or what counts for a goblin to hit. Same. Oof. The DM didn't ask for AC, which is not usual, but it's okay. So 3 arrows just hit that one player who's out in the front. And then because the DM has access to the character sheets, they knew what it rolled to hit and then took all that damage. Also, my cat's being cute, so. Internet sucks. I'm just kidding. All right. We're having some glitchy things happen. That's what happens online sometimes, so it's okay. They're repeating the damage really quick. I just updated that and fixed the typo. Not the typo, but the complaint. Hey, that's me. Great. All I think I saw was some arrows fly out and a goblin run away. Did I keep track of that goblin, or did I see where these arrows flew out? Can I just, like... Okay. Yep. So I'm going to switch on my advantage toggle for my perception. I wish I had more than a +0 in perception. That would just be great. So 8, not 1. Great. Oh, good. Is anybody good at perception here? That'd be great. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that +4 up here. I see it. Okay. I guess what I'll do then is I will get out my great axe. I'm just going to walk to the woods. Like, I'll just walk here. That was maybe 15 feet. 5, 10, 15, yeah. And was it my action to look around for goblins? Okay. Can I hold my action to attack something if it comes up to me? Okay. I will do that then. Thank you. What you didn't hear was that I had a terrible perception, and so the rest were like, yeah, I have a -1. Ooh, I have a +1 maybe. Vanessa's the only one that has something high, so... so we're just trying to figure out where the goblins are coming from. I have a feeling that my... so here's my... I'm going to go back to normal on here. What I have a feeling is that because they're shooting arrows, nothing's going to run up and attack me. But I do have good AC and good... HP. So AC is what I my AC is what it takes to hit me. So 14 or higher will hit. And then my hit points is how much health I have. I have 48 right now. So that's pretty good for a 3rd level character. Our DM, don't pick on me for my numbers. Our DM said to take maximum hit dice, so 12, 12, 12. And then I guess plus Constitution, and I also get +1 for my Dwarven toughness. So that's why I have 48 right now. I think 12. That actually might be more than that, but it's fine. So I might have too much, but that's what my DM told me I had, so I took it. Also, I spelled Dwarven wrong. So I'm just going to fix that while I'm looking at it, because that's embarrassing. All right. Dwarven half orc. Okay. So they're all kind of trying to figure out where the all trying to figure out where the things are, and we can't find the goblins. It's not working. Somebody just healed um, the person that just got pinpricked by 3 different arrows. They're laying on hands, which is a specific class feature. I don't remember which one. I think it's Bard, but I can't remember. I cheated and I looked it up, and it's a paladin thing. So now we know. Alright, we're still checking for where these guys are. Man, goblins, they hide, I tell ya. They're hiding, those goblins, man. Oh, Vanessa did see something, though. Vanessa from earlier. Ah, shit. There's bigger things coming from the east. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe they're orcs or ogres or something. I'm scared. Okay, so she walked up with me. We're going to do this together. The issue is that she just said, I'm going to hold an action. And the DM specifically asked for what the action is and what's going to trigger it. You have to say both of those things. So what she said was, I'm going to hold lightning roar, I think, for if somebody gets attacked or if somebody attacks me. There's a billowing cape involved, and I don't know why. In the light, billowing cloak. The DM just said back to the top, which is important for me to know as a barbarian if I'm raging, because my rage lasts for a minute or 10 rounds, because each round is 6 seconds. 6 times 10 is 60, which is a minute. So I'd have to keep track of that. So we finally got a natural 20 perception check. They're maybe going to reveal the goblins to the map. But with that natural 20, they saw the hidden goblins, which is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. They had rolled a natural 20 on their stealth. Ugh. Oh, there they are. There's one right in front of me. I think at that distance, they might have disadvantage on their arrows, but there's at least 5 of them I can see just from far away right now. They're in foliage. They're scary. 6 of them. Chill just got cast. So what that means is they marked it. Do you see how it's red on there? They did chill touch, which is a roll to attack. So they rolled the dice to hit, and then they're going to roll the dice for the damage. They're physically rolling the dice at home, which is okay, but you won't see it in the chat below. Oh, just kidding. They did not. Natural 20. They rolled low on the dice at home, but they did that thing where they can redo. Ooh, It's Gone Goblin. They re-rolled, which is one of their lucky feats. So they might be a halfling. I'm not sure. But that natural 20 automatically rolls double. So with a natural 20, you either double your dice or you double the number on the dice. In person, you have to say it ahead of time. In Roll20, it does it for you. So I wouldn't say that you have to say it in Roll20. I was wrong. The one with the red mark is wounded. The other one, I didn't actually see the ping. But see how the light moved with him? That's because he's holding the torch. That's the shit running away one. So he's going to go attack that one. Ooh, 21 to hit. And then remember they click the word. That's pretty good. That's a nice punch. And you see how the DM deleted that one, so it's off the thing. The other goblin just went shit. It's fine. So see how that one's red? That was a natural 1. Some DMs... Oh. This is a new one for me. I'm gonna listen to what the DM's doing, and then I'll explain it to you. 11. Okay. Hey, Alec, because I'm curious but don't want to find out for myself the hard way, what was the extra D20 for? I don't watch the games you play. Okay. So this re-roll down here, what the DM said was that was a natural 1, roll another 20. And what they decided, if it's a 5 or lower, something bad happens. Like maybe they trip and fall or hit somebody else. But if it's 6 or higher, nothing happens. So they miss, nothing bad happened, but I was curious, so I asked. One of the players is doing some flare. So instead of like Ray of Frost, they're doing like a little catapult. So they're changing everything from being a spell to being a like a physical thing. But it's merely dead. It's merely doing it as like a flavor thing. It doesn't actually change. And if, let's say, if a DM was kind of rude and they were like, "Oh, you dropped your catapult thing," it's not how that works. Just because you have like a physical thing that you're changing to be something else doesn't mean that you can lose it, because it's just flavor. Somebody just asked how somebody looks, and the DM knew enough to say, "Oh, they took 9 points but healed for 4," but sometimes, or 5, but sometimes DMs don't know that, and it's up to the player to know. In this case, the player's gone, and they're the only one that got hit so far, so we're kind of waiting for them to come back to maybe heal them. The DM, we lost a player, so the DM just said that they were going to take the dodge action without taking over and like trying to go beat him up. So we need to be gentle. It's the goblin turn. Yes, we took out half. Woo! The one in front of us is coming closer to us. I had specifically said that if they get into range, like if they come closer, so if they're doing something from far away, I wouldn't get my held action off, which is totally fine. So they're staying away, but the person next to me who had a held action, remember if they attacked them or attacked anybody, that was how it would go off. They did hit. They met the armor class they needed to. DM just asked if they wanted a shield. They just took 4 piercing damage. But that they get their held action because somebody's attacked. Oh, lightning lure. I was wrong. So Lightning Lure is a strength saving throw. No, is a maybe roll to hit. We're gonna figure it out. That's why we're looking it up. I'm not familiar with Lightning Lure. The DM just said the same thing. Oh, see, if you click on the spell, it'll show up. Okay, so they're gonna get pulled towards me. So they're gonna roll. The goblins are gonna roll a strength saving throw, and goblins are not very strong. So it's gonna get pulled 10 feet towards them. Hey, oh, I don't know what happened, but the other person just came back. Oh, he's not pulled. Dang it, because then I could have punched him in the face for being within 5 feet of me. Ah! They just sneered at each other for that. What hits Kira? Oh, yeah, that'll hit me. 21 for sure hits. Oh, that's nothing. 7 points. So I'm gonna just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I also could have done that. I wonder if I can do, if I did -1. I wonder if it would do the math for me. No. So 41. So I took my damage. See how it's less now. An arrow got shot at a monk, so they're gonna catch it. So they deflected missiles. Yeah. They just went. A cooler monk will be able to throw it back, but that's not something that they can do yet because we're only level 3. I was wrong. You can throw it back. He's just too far. I don't know how this works. I haven't monked with deflect missiles for a while. Hey! Okay. I can see these things now. Okay. I'd like to step up to the one closest to me and... oh. Ah, shit. Oh, no. Do I have to roll a perception check again? That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. Do I still get advantage because I can see in the dark? All right. With my +0 perception, that's a 9. Uh-huh. And then run away. Okay. I'm just going to blindly walk forward into the bushes. I want to say 10 feet. Am I going off map or anything? Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. And then I'm going to hold my action in case something comes up within hitting range. Okay. It's okay. I just really wish I could hit anything right now, but at least I'm not losing my rage, so I guess that's worth it. Yeah. Correct. I didn't because I haven't hit anything yet. And so I would have lost it by now if I had rage and not actually I've been hit enough. I've been hit at least once. I don't know if I've lost it or not, but I did not rage. So oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm a bad barbarian, but I did not rage. And I'm going to keep it that way. I will say it if I do. Sorry to confuse you on that one. Yeah. This is a lot. So there's 7 people right now. And the DM just said, I might have missed it, so I'm sorry if I did. And I was like, no, no, no. I sure did take 7 piercing. Somebody's going to heal me. Aw, you're so sweet. I just got healing worded. I would love it if you rolled it. I think you're lucky. Let's see. Five, great. Thank you. So I got 5 healing from that, so I'm going to come over here and just go up by 5. The DM's catching up the the player that had gone for a while. They just rolled a good perception check. It's double 15s, but with a +3. See how it's on the bottom right there? A good perception checks, but the goblins rolled better at the end of the turn to hide. So they're hiding better than 18, which is terrifying. I would only be able to see them if I rolled a natural 20. We do currently have at least 2 healers in the party, which is really nice to actually hear. I'm pretty beefy because I'm, again, a barbarian with the Dwarven Fortitude, which gave me extra HP, but it's going to be very nice to have healers in the party. We keep having to roll perception to check for where the bad guys went. Oops. Maybe. The DM just said maybe something nice will happen. That'd be pretty cool. $21, that might be good enough. If it's not, I am... Oh, they're checking this. They're probably checking to see if it's... I have no chance. I have 0 chance. Ugh. I will never know. They rolled a natural 20, and that's not enough. And then they just moved a little bit. So remember, they can move their own character by clicking on it. Like holding the mouse down, dragging, let it go. Again, they need to know what the action is and what's triggering it, because they just said, I'm going to hold an action, and it has to be specific. And this is something where they're actually thinking about it right now and talking it out loud. So they're going to hit with Chaos Bolt. Now, as a frequent caster, I would suggest only holding actions that are cantrips, because if it doesn't trigger, you still lose the spell slot. So if you do a 1st or 2nd or 3rd level, whatever it is, that held action will take it out. Oh shit, there's a half-orc coming. Daddy! I'm just kidding. I don't know my father. There's half-orcs coming. So I'm a quarter orc, which means that my dad's a half-orc. Ah, there's more! There's more coming! Do you see them show up over here? I'm hoping they're friends. Oh shit. They just said clear the rest out. Oh. Oh, they're helping? They're helping? Yes! I was scared! They're helping us. So I'm not scared anymore. So these are weird. They have fangs, ruby hair, um, or no, purple hair and ruby eyes and fangs. I haven't heard of these before. And it looks like they don't use weapons. It looks like they just punch people in the face. Ooh, they just say today's catch. That's really concerning. I'll be right back. They just they just cast light. Mm. They're talking about what happens when people are arrested and come out here. Yeah. They go take the empty chests. We had just affirmed that we had our stuff taken out of it already. Oh, there's a tiefling. Calls him Tam. Marcia. I want to take notes. I'm going to take it on that piece of paper. Um, Alec, you mentioned a tiefling and a half orc. Is that like the whole party, or are there? Who's here? They like a hodgepodge mix. Okay. Yeah. Humanoid, but it's hard to tell in the dark. But I can tell because I have dark vision. Heck yeah, I do. It's okay. I'll just know in my head and you can tell me later. Okay. I was just trying to figure out if they were all half orc or they were like a mixture of maybe people who have been kicked out already or like. Okay. Hey. It's a hodgepodge like I picked. Oh, good question. One of the players is asking if these are the kind of people who are not treated well in the walled city, which is where we just came from, but there is an elf. Otherwise, everybody's not treated well in the walled city except for one elf. He says he's just here to like grab everybody and then take us back to Marcia. It's Marcia um, that takes care of who does what, I guess. She's their true leader. these people seem legit. So that insight check down there was for how legit they seem. So we had a 6. Somebody rolled at home, and here's the problem here. Other people are trying to roll, but usually only take 1 or 2 checks per thing, because otherwise everybody rolls eventually. Somebody doesn't feel like they're trustworthy, and then everybody knows. There we go. Okay, do you see that? It was rough. So that was a natural 1 that had a -1, so it's a natural 1. It's a 0. The DM did not ask for that to be the 20 to see if it's 5 or lower. So I think that's only for in battle, but that's a DM thing, so I don't know. The DM describing is sorry, I had to take my headphones off because they're hurting my head. The DM's describing the walls of the city, or of this little town that we're getting to. It's not on the map; it's in our heads. I got unsore. That was role play using this stuff. Battle using it a little further over in the health and stuff like that, and the battle map. So I think that's a good enough call for that. I am so sorry that that was a whole hour, but I really hope that that helps, and I hope you ask me if you have any more questions, because I am here for you. Um, Maybe later I will show you the spells. I don't have any spells, so I can't. Oh, I have dark vision. No, I don't. Um, that's a lie. So I'm gonna I'll maybe show you that later, but right now I don't have these options, so that's for now. I hope you have an awesome day or night or afternoon, whatever it works.